Hey, I'm Shay.
I'm John.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome to It's a Work Thing podcast, where we talk about everything and nothing, and we call it work.
And that's when I found out that we are all Pogo brothers.
We are not.
I mean, Eskimo brothers.
We are not
No.
that either. Nope.
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 No.
Not even close.
Nope. Welcome to It's a Work Thing, the place you can tell your boss you're listening to, because technically it's a work,
It's a work thing.
Don't like that at all. Griff, you have
That is all.
I don't like that either.
Jim Irsay.
Yeah, so Jim Irsay.
Who is Jim Irsay?
Yeah, I don't
for
know who
people
Jim
at home?
Irsay is.
Jim Irsay was the owner of the Colts, just passed away.
R.I.P.
He had
How'd you
a,
not know this?
Very interesting
Oh, okay.
I was
life,
thinking
very
of people at
interesting
home.
legacy. So his dad was the team owner that moved the Baltimore Colts to Indianapolis in the middle of the night. Like literally, there's like a 30 for 30 documentary on it. Like he packed it up and moved it.
Huh.
Stole the team from the city of Baltimore. Like a big deal.
Worse
not
than
happy with that.
Worse than Stan Kroenke in the St. Louis thing.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
like literally just they were there one day and then they weren't,
Okay.
and took the team to Indianapolis. Now things are covered so much. There's always going to be rumors, and you know what I mean. Like it wasn't back then. They just had a team and then they didn't. So his dad had this legacy of showing up to the office. Like everybody in the office knew to leave before 1 o'clock on Fridays because he was known to get drunk in the office and just start firing people.
Really?
And was like basically a dick.
That sounds like an HR
And
violation.
was multiple times
Yeah, how did he not get
known.
in trouble for that?
This is like the 80s, the
Oh.
70s, 80s, early 90s. Jim Irsay took over the team in the 90s. But his dad was very involved with the team to the team's detriment, and in multiple instances got drunk on a Friday, fired someone on a Monday, came into the office and was working on things, and he goes, "Where the hell is this guy?" And they go, "You fired him." And he goes, "When? I didn't fire him." So he'd get like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
So Jim Irsay went the opposite direction and was one of the first teams to ever trade for a general manager. The Colts traded for GM Bill Polian, who built the 2007 Colts that won the championship,
Really?
and like drafted Peyton Manning. And he said, "Bill Polian knows how to build a team. I'm just turning the team over to you. You let me know whenever you want me to write a check."
Wow.
And Colts went through a pretty successful time doing that over a long period of years. But he had his own problems. He had a drug problem in the 80s.
I was gonna say, he had a
pretty
lot of
strong
health
one.
issues.
Yeah, he died at 65,
Oh, geez.
and he had a OD in like 2023. So he had problems with substance issues. But throughout his life, he liked to collect a random number of things and had a number of passion pet projects. One of them, I believe we talked about on this podcast last year, whenever Jonathan Taylor wanted a pay increase. Was it last year or year before?
Year before.
He told him that he would not give him a pay increase and to go play on his current contract. Yeah, it was a year before. You're right. And Jonathan Taylor basically wanted like $20 million. Jim Irsay also spent $20 million trying to get a retired whale from SeaWorld delivered to an actual ocean so that it could experience the real ocean before it died at the same time.
I do remember that.
So, he also has created a massive sports and history collection.
Okay.
Some of the things included, he has 13 items of Abraham Lincoln's. Abraham Lincoln's pocket knife that he carried around. He has a one of like the few wanted posters for the murder of Abraham Lincoln because they were caught relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Very few posters made. Letters from Abraham Lincoln to Supreme Court justices. John F. Kennedy artifacts. The rocking chair that he used. Stetson hat. Press ticket from the welcome to the Texas welcome dinner honoring JFK the night before he was assassinated. And JFK's wooden cigar box that he kept his Cuban cigars in. He also has a massive collection of rock and roll memorabilia. Like known to have like the biggest guitar collection of anyone. So much so that a Saudi prince offered him $1 billion for
Oh my
his
God.
guitar
Jesus.
and sports. He has Muhammad Ali's gloves from the Rumble in the Jungle.
Wow.
Like here, pop culture. I'm going through the list. There's a website for it.
That's
Sport
crazy.
artifacts. He has Muhammad Ali's heavyweight championship belt, The boots. I said Rumble in the Jungle. Thrill in Manila is what he was in. Muhammad Ali's weigh-in robe that he wore all the time.
Wow.
Fight-worn boots from the Thrilla in Manila. The gloves from the Thrilla in Manila.
Jesus.
From movies, he has the Wilson volleyball from Castaway.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
He has the golden ticket from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original one.
That's pretty cool.
And
golden
he
ticket.
has Al Pacino's annotated Scarface script. So the script that Al Pacino
made
used,
notes on.
that he had all of his notes in for the movie. He has that script. So it's just like a very
That is.
impressive collection of things that you did not know
Very
about.
random.
Very random.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
You go from Abe Lincoln to Scarface
Yeah.
to Muhammad Ali.
The place we should go at some point is
The cocaine thing now kind of seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should
There
go
were
to
signs.
the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan. They have the bus that Rosa Parks got pulled off of. They have the chair that Lincoln was assassinated in. They have the car that Kennedy was assassinated in.
That was planned.
All in this massive museum. He has Bob Dylan's most famous guitars, Eric Clapton's.
If we go the Rosa Parks thing and sit in it, can someone, if I sit in the chair,
you can't sit in it.
say, I want
Yes.
someone to make, yeah, thank you.
You could get off the bus.
Yeah, get off the bus.
The Beatles. He has all of
Reenact.
the instruments that the Beatles
I'll get a
used
spray tan.
for the Ed Sullivan Show whenever they first came over and were becoming famous. What'd he say? What'd he say?
I said I want to reenact it.
And then he goes, I'll get a spray tan.
That moves us into HR violation of the week.
I have a different one for that.
This does not even make it today.
I'm sorry.
As sad as that is, just that little dabble of racism.
How is it racism when he wants to be like it?
Yeah. That's racing alike.
Wants to be like what, Shay?
I don't know.
Tan. I've always been white.
You think that's the only thing that sets you apart, Nick?
WHIT.
That's who I want to be. And that brings us to, it's time for HR Violation of the Week, the part of the show you probably need a formal write-up, or at least a strong worded email. And Griff sent me this one, but it is brought to you by Nicholas.
Oh, dang it. I thought Griff was actually going to be. I was like, oh, sweet.
Nope.
It is, let's see here. It was actually not in our group chat. It was in our two Knicks and two Skyscrapers group chat.
I'm unhinged in every chat, so it doesn't surprise me.
They all blend together.
Yeah.
Here we go. We were talking about naps, and I said that I usually end up taking naps because I'm obviously a teacher during the summer.
This
And-
happened like 2 days ago.
I've got a brain of a goldfish.
It makes Nick happy every time he can't remember what he says. So
Yeah.
it's like Christmas morning every time I talk about this. So during the summer, I obviously am with my kids during the day, but I say I usually take naps, and it's usually with my kids. And Griff said you can F off.
Checks.
Yeah. And then I said Nick's just being, or Veach is our other one in our group, and I said he's just being a good friend. And then Nick goes, yeah, you would give me some beep if I was sleeping with kids.
It's fair.
So, way to go, Nick. No pictures this time.
Yeah.
Just
Thank God. There's no-
Look at this Eskimo brother.
that would be a
nope,
not correct use of that term, Nick.
not at all, bud.
Not even a little bit.
Nope,
Nope.
it's not good.
Nick, that was nope.
Nope. Who's been bigger for their sport, Caitlin Clark or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
How? But
Without a doubt.
I don't. Here's the thing, though. One, look at the ticket sales of WNBA with Caitlin Clark out now.
Yep.
How much they went down. I will also argue now. I know more about WNBA because of Caitlin Clark that I never would have known.
That's fair.
Yep. But here's the thing. It's still Michael Jordan.
How? I don't. How?
Michael Jordan's brand awareness around the world, his global impact.
International.
Like,
I got you, buddy.
You have to understand that, like, even up into the 80s.
Oh, I know.
NBA Finals games were tape delayed.
Yeah.
Like, you would see like 6 games a year on national television.
Well, and when they did
Jordan
the
comes around, that all changes.
when they did the not the Redeem Team, but when they went to the Olympics,
Team.
yeah, the Dream Team, like even in the documentaries, they're like, we were blown away by the amount of people who like were going to these other countries and are like dying to meet Michael Jordan or like upset, like waiting and his impact.
I understand the point you're trying to get at, Shay, but it's Jordan. Like, he was huge.
I understand.
If you'd said like Kwame Brown, then maybe I would. He sucked. He was for the Lakers.
No,
We traded
I
for
would
Powell.
say Caitlin Clark outside of LeBron. There's probably not an argument as far as one basketball player having an impact.
I still might go. I understand because until Michael, the international player was not a thing really. After Michael, I mean, look at us now. Most of our players are international, but that's also because of the way that I just go through it, power through it. Just because they teach fundamentals and we don't. We just, you go play basketball, don't
Run.
practice.
We turned it into a track meet.
Yeah.
Well,
But Caitlin Clark for just the brand itself for the WNBA has made it relevant.
She's made me play the 2K WNBA version. Before her, I wouldn't have cared.
here's
But I
the
was like,
thing.
it's kind of cool.
I think that had you not had there was already a media bias push
Oh yeah,
to
that's
try
true.
and get women's sports out there.
Yeah.
Where even though the league is losing money, ESPN is putting it as the top featured story for somebody nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
And featuring the games on Friday nights in the summers.
That's fair because
Like-
they're making such a push for it that it's almost like it's
Nobody was making that push for the NBA before like a Bird Johnson Magic.
yeah.
Like
That's true.
They had to make that push.
They had to be.
And Jordan carried on the legacy of Bird and Magic, but
He
did
took
by
it next
himself.
step further.
Yeah, well, because he took it into the marketing world. Mm-hmm. How many kids wore Chicago Bulls stuff? How many? You know what I mean? Like the shoes. Look
Bree's
at
little
shoes
brother is into Michael Jordan and is wearing a Michael Jordan jersey, and he's 8.
now. Yeah, $250 million a year is what Michael Jordan takes home from Jordan brand royalties now. He makes more than that than what he would make in a year whenever he ran the Charlotte Hornets. Like.
Clark or Tiger Woods for their sport.
I'd still say Tiger Woods.
Tiger.
Really?
Tiger brought a different generation in. The golf was huge. Golf was waning and needed a superstar. And Tiger was that superstar. Like,
I mean, same argument can be made for WNBA though. They need a superstar to.
but see, that's why my other part of this argument is that we need to wait a couple of years.
To see where it goes. Okay.
We need to
too early?
have this conversation in 8 years.
Okay.
Because we can look at the other ones as a career retrospective. But I mean, look how much momentum, like Tiger wears red on Sundays was like a thing. Mm-hmm. Like other people just did that. And when was the last time people did that off of a golf course for golfers? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think you're incorrect. I just think that we need to give it time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I think
it's
you're
early.
correct.
She's, what, 22, 23? Something like that. So, we'll see.
I mean, I think she has the potential to, but she doesn't have MVP awards and like.
The one thing I will say, though, that the WNBA has completely fallen off of is how they almost are making her villainize her a little bit. I mean, what I mean by that
Other
is
players
other
are.
players. That's what I'm
Uh-huh.
getting at. Instead of
Who cares what
Embracing-
Angel Reese thinks?
Well,
I'm not
they
saying
won't.
just
They
her.
won't embrace her. That's part of it. It's like wrestling. They need that rivalry to draw in attention. Need those hard feelings. If they walked in, and everybody goes, "Man, I love her." It wouldn't be a story.
that's fair too.
They need it.
Maybe
And
part of
besides-
it.
That's why they're making a big deal out of Angel Reese, even though she sucks.
Besides
awful.
besides Kate and Clark, who's if you think of big time WNBA player, who do you think of?
Sue Bird.
See, I think of Brittany Griner just because she could probably play in the NBA. But
No,
Well,
she
get
couldn't.
out of here,
No.
Nick.
No.
I was just saying
Nick, shut. You're. I
No,
can't
you
even,
said it
I don't
already.
even think that's a joke. No,
that. She could not play in the W.
Cut
or
that
the
clip
NBA.
out. Put it in our socials.
got it.
No, get made
She
fun
would
of.
get smoked so
No, I know.
fast. Candace Parker. Candace
Oh,
Parker's
yeah.
Candace-
big.
Yeah,
I did think Brittany Griner just because of the crazy accusations she
what-
made.
Yeah, and with being, I think it's funny just because being like when she got arrested and like couldn't leave prison, another country.
Wait. Yeah, wait. Nick, walk us through Brittany Griner's
Yeah.
situation.
Please do.
I don't even know. I couldn't.
Where'd she get arrested? What country?
Germany.
Okay. What'd she get
Are you being
arrested? Wait,
serious?
I don't know.
wait. Shh. What'd she get arrested for?
Didn't she have like drugs or something on her?
Okay, and then what happened?
I don't know. Then she had to stay there for like months.
Okay,
Year.
and then what happened?
How did we get her back?
I don't know. We traded a first round pick. I don't know.
We kind of actually did.
We kind of traded like a lottery pick.
No, we traded like 3 of them.
Yeah. We traded. So Brittany Griner was playing in, first of all, Russia.
Which was dumb.
Which is close to Germany,
Then she tried to leave with items that had trace amounts of marijuana on them.
which is drugs.
Dumb.
And so she got arrested. And they held her. And then we ended up trading 3 international arms dealers for her.
One was known as the Merchant of Death.
Yes. And we traded it for a basketball player.
Yep. Why?
Because Biden.
Yep.
To be effectively true.
Yep. And we'll leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. I wanted to keep it an update for everybody because I've been working with Nicholas on his basketball shot because needless to say, I forgot to tell you also on our first day of shooting, Nick shot again 15%. And Nick goes, "Well, what can you shoot?" And so I went ahead and just shot. What was my percentage, Griff, you think?
40.
No, this little MFer shot like 70%.
From 3?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not just a one-time thing because he did it again. Basically, he shot like 66% last time we did it.
I shot the same percentage as him from 10 feet behind that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but since he's going there, he's like, I want to see how far I can. I want to see how far I can do. So he like cocks his machine back, and then he's shooting it from like out of bounds.
You can adjust it. Yeah, he's not wrong.
But is that the motion?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But no, he shot from like out of bounds, and he made the same percentage that I made from 3.
40.
Remember the first time that Nick said the word Cox and made that hand motion, and
It
it was not
wasn't.
an HR violation.
That's improvement. Under the table? No. But I am proud.
No, he's getting there.
Yeah, like I'm consistently hitting the 30s range every time.
Which is good for him, especially where he started. I'm really wanting to get him in the mid 40s consistently. And the one thing I'm trying to work on too is him catching it from the side instead of just always, because the machine spits it from down low, so it's always right here in the shooting pocket. So I'm trying to work on him catching to the side. And
Which is definitely a lot harder than it sounds.
I really want to try out the shooting.
You need
machine.
to.
I've never
I
tried
seriously
Come.
think I can beat you in the shooting thing. Now, not before. I'm serious. I think I could.
it. I'm intimidated.
But no.
He's gonna go to shoot his first one. I'm just gonna block it, and then he's gonna shoot like 4%.
No,
He's just confidence is killed.
I do have a lot of confidence now in shooting. I feel like I'd be very. Shay said I'm very streaky.
well, here's the problem.
Possible.
I know. I said, I've created a monster. I have created, because I made him decent enough now, because he's streaky.
He's gonna quit now. He's gonna be like, I'm good. I don't need it anymore.
I don't need you.
So our machine, what it does is after you're done, it will summarize like in each spot you shot and how good you shot. Sometimes he'll go where he'll make 8 out of 10. And then the next one, it's 2 out of 10. So I'm like, this dude is going to, when we play, he's going to be shooting it now. I'm telling you, it's going to be going. And he's either going to score all of our points or he's going to score no points. And there's going to be no in between. He's going to be
I'm
taking.
not gonna be on his team.
To be honest, I wouldn't do that because every time I do shoot the ball, like if I shoot it a lot, I feel like I'm a ball hog. So I'm not really like a whole lot of
Because
shooter.
you weren't making it, but
they
now if
weren't
you see it
going
go,
up
yeah.
there. That's
If you
fair.
start, if you shoot the first three shots and they all go in, Nick's like,
If you're like mid,
There it is.
If you're like mid-career Kobe, we accept it. If you're like torn Achilles, 38-year-old Kobe trying to get 50 in your last game, we're not going to accept it.
Guys, I scored 12 points. You shot 37
Yeah.
times.
You need 60 shots to get 50 points.
Yeah.
We're not,
But no, I am excited for next time we play. It'll be very fun.
I said, if I'm not on his team, I'm going to wreck all of our work we did in this summer.
Shay will know the exact terms to mess with my head.
Oh, I'm just gonna knock out his elbow.
Ow.
Yeah.
But no, it's getting better. I'm excited.
It is.
So.
I don't need to physically hurt him. I know some mental triggers to pull.
You're gonna go Michael Jordan, Muggsy Bogues on him, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna go like the Happy Gilmore, the guy that just pops up whenever he goes to butt.
You will not make this.
You will not make this shot, you jackass.
I found that I almost have to hit my face when I shoot the ball because that's how I keep it in and keep it tight and shoot it.
Oh my God, his arm went up in the air instead of from his chest.
I know.
Dude, I'm getting better.
I know.
I even have videos on my phone of me on my deck with my dog, and I will. No, but like it's a side angle. So
Nothing
I'm, like,
is
watching my
nothing is
form.
more impressive than a 30-year-old man
Committed.
videotaping himself practicing.
I
shooting.
appreciate the hustle, Nick. I appreciate it. I appreciate the commitment.
take it
to
seriously.
I know. That's why I appreciate it. That's the reason why I did it, because I knew you would take it seriously because you really wanted to get better.
And now I'm excited for the next time we play because hopefully when you guys are
I
getting
don't know if
doubled,
we're ever gonna play again.
Why do you say that?
When's the last time we played?
Well, that's because you know how we always take a summer break because
yeah.
We didn't. We took a winter break. We played like 4 times this year.
that's true.
We probably played 10
Well,
times in the last
I'll
2
be
years.
more willing to play like out at Blackburn with you guys too.
Yeah.
Now that I can somewhat hopefully make a shot.
Well, we're playing on Sundays now. You won't be able to come.
Are we playing? Well, that's true. I actually
Shit.
won't on Sundays.
But no, Shay will. Shay said he would take me on his team.
Yeah, I will.
Wow.
Tells you how I'm improving. I will say though, from 15% to like consistently.
In the 30s.
30s?
He's hit low 40s.
Yeah,
Do the math for me, Nick. How much of a gain is that?
that's at least 100% 15 increase.
100% 15.
You heard him. You heard it here first.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're getting there. We just got to get more consistent.
Yep.
But
They were playing Wednesday nights.
they were during the school year, but now that they're out, they're changing it to Sunday nights.
Are they playing tonight?
Because Ike likes
Oh,
to play
never
on
mind.
Sundays too. He's been messaging me for months.
Who?
Ike out there at Blackburn.
You got messages now too?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Why am I not getting messages?
From Ike?
Yeah.
Do you want them?
Well, I want to play.
You would play with them?
No, but I at least want to feel like offered.
I'm not getting offered either.
I
If it
feel
makes
like
you feel better.
Okay. I feel like that's like more of an insult to me as a basketball player that I'm not even getting invites.
He's going to be posting those videos online. Invite me to your
Yeah.
pickup game.
Yeah. I accept a 10-day contract.
Anyway, it's time for real.
Yeah.
That was
I might not need to take out his elbow.
no.
He might just do it
You
himself.
might be done now. It's time for real or ridiculous, and one fact or one total fabrication. You guess which is what. Okay?
Okay.
So you're going to tell me whether it is true or false. Okay? Are you ready?
I'll go last.
What do you mean go
We
last?
go at the same time, you moron.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Did you make up some of these? He didn't make up any. He thought he had to make one. He thought he had to make one up for us. So that's why he said, "I'll go last," because he has nothing prepared. He was lost.
Wait, so I don't have to make one?
No.
Oh, I had good ones.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Made
You
up.
can do it.
He's doing it right now.
Okay. I was supposed to be a girl when I was born,
Oh my god.
or
You do 2 truths, 1 lie.
Okay, go ahead.
I was supposed to be a girl when I was born, or or I've had 12 cats. That's all I got.
It's just be 2 and a Y. They both just Drews.
No. I was
You've had
supposed to be a
12
girl.
When did they find out?
Apparently, I was born. Yeah.
They didn't know up until then?
I don't know. That's the stories I heard.
Wait, what was the name going to be?
Probably Nicole. I don't know.
You haven't asked more questions about this?
No, I came out a guy. I was happy.
Call your mom.
No.
Call your mom.
No, I refuse to talk to her.
We have questions. We have questions. Call Josh. I'm sure he knows the
He
story.
was ready to leave. Because I was born at 3 a.m. Apparently kept asking my mom, can we just leave? He's never coming. He really did. He was
How old was
even
he?
back then. He was a little complainer.
How old was he?
7. Teen. No, I'm just- 7.
Nick just made up real false things about himself.
That's what this was.
Can we please? You need to find out more about this scenario. I want to know what your name was going to be.
I'm telling you.
I want to know what your parents' reaction was.
If you guys to dive deep into my life, you'd probably be like, "What the heck?"
Nick, we already think that.
Can we bring back Fix Nick?
He didn't like that, so we didn't do it.
We won't actually try and fix Nick. We're just going to hear things that he had wrong, and then we'll just have an awkward silence, and then we'll move on.
We already do that.
Yeah, but now we have a scheduled time for
Does
it.
anyone else stomach hurt?
No, it's probably the 6 Reese's you ate. 180% of your daily body fat intake there.
Fix Nick.
Fix Nick. Why does my heart beat so much? Define so much. It's like always beating.
Doesn't skip a beat. It sometimes doubles a beat.
Actually, it doesn't have a beat. It's just constant.
Oh my gosh.
So what was the segment supposed to be?
I just had facts.
Oh,
He had them.
okay.
He had them.
And we've done this before.
We have. We have. He goes, can I go last? That is the sign of the unprepared right there. Because he was literally like,
Here's the thing. I wouldn't be giving him a hard time if we hadn't done this before.
uh-huh.
And he's just like, I was confused by it. That's fair.
No, we've
no,
done
we've
this.
already
Well,
done
you
this.
had this sketch on here that I'm deeply confused by.
Just don't worry about it. It wasn't. I told you it wasn't for you.
Confusing. I'm trying to
That
follow
was
the map.
totally like the kid in class. It's like, we have to do presentations today. Oh, I'm going last.
Sure was that kid.
No, I actually went first because I wanted to just get it done with.
Even if you didn't remember that you had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Honest to God, not a bad strategy.
You never remember the person that went first. You will remember the person that went last.
No, you won't remember. You only remember the people who did it really, really bad or did it really, really good.
You're lucky Shay wasn't your teacher. You'd still be in school.
It's true. I failed you.
Shay, I'm a super senior. Leave me alone.
He was like a super 8th grader.
I was going to say, I would still have you in 7th grade or 6th grade.
That's fine. Dude, you should quiz me on 7th grade
He
stuff
honestly-
and see how bad
He
I
honestly
am.
got just a little bit butthurt there. She's like, that's fine. He didn't want to go into it, but he was a little butthurt right there.
I'm eating a Reese's.
Did you hear him?
He
wants
wants
to
you're
be,
paid, Nick. It doesn't work.
he wants to be quizzed on 7th grade stuff. I'm like, I don't think you want my 6th grade stuff.
Ask me something.
Ask you something right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not want this.
What? Oh, here we go. Right now. Where were the Great Pyramids? What city were the Great Pyramids built in?
Egypt.
What city? They're literally called the Great Pyramids of...
Egypt.
No.
Minnesota.
Do you know, Griff?
It's not Cairo, is it?
No.
Cairo.
Giza.
Oh, yeah.
Great Pyramids of Giza.
Yep. Yeah, he hasn't heard that word before.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers, here's your question. Who made the Great Pyramids of Giza?
There you go.
I hope a construction guy.
The one guy. Aaron Rodgers is convinced it's aliens.
Well, he's ding dong.
And not like Trump aliens, like aliens.
I feel like I hijacked this segment. What is it supposed to continue?
No.
Yeah, carry on.
No, I feel like I need to keep asking. He wants questions. You're going to get questions.
I rescind it.
Who was the Macedonian king who conquered most of the known civilizations?
When am I ever going to use this?
Blank
Macedonians.
the Great.
Alexander the Great.
No. Nope. Not even a little bit.
He's getting the red rocket.
Who was the first Roman empire or emperor? Sorry, not empire. Who's the first Roman emperor?
Roman.
Did you know that one, Griff?
The first one?
Yeah, first Roman emperor.
Hadrian.
Jesus.
It was Caesar
Was it Caesar? Really? Huh.
because it was a republic before,
That was a Jesus.
and then he made himself dictator for life.
Not a bad gig if you can get it.
Yeah, and then he got murdered by the sentence, and then his.
They don't ask me these questions on EMS calls or fire calls.
Anyway, so yes, Nick would be failing.
They should.
That's the next. Instead of them be like, "Do you know who the president is?" I'm like, "Do you know who built the
Pyramids.
pyramids?"
Also the
Who is the current president of Macedonia?
Khufu was also the person. The biggest pyramid was made for Khufu, the pharaoh.
Dude, I will say, I have to ask questions when like someone like on EMS calls, like try to figure out where they're at. I always have to ask, like, do you know what day it is? Do you know what year it is, month it is, and the president? Some of their answers are hilarious.
I bet they actually. Can you write those down for us? Make that a segment.
Probably
It's EMS answers.
EMS answers.
That would actually be really funny.
See, I don't know much of the history whenever you get to like pyramids and stuff. That stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
fascinated me.
Well, there's a pyramid
That's
scheme.
and honestly, it's not one of my favorites. I have to cover.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's sixth grade. That's what we cover in sixth grade social studies.
I saw a thing yesterday that was like, do you think that that you could kill a 14th century peasant with a Bang energy drink?
I mean, probably.
Imagine how much they would have got done.
Imagine
With,
how
like-
terrible they would have felt. Imagine if your first introduction to caffeine at all was drinking a Bang energy drink or processed anything.
If they didn't die, they were probably thinking they were going to die. For sure.
It was probably when I took the fat burners. Dude, I felt that when I took the fat burners pre-workout and an energy drink.
You think?
I
You
literally,
say so.
I literally felt my heart. I could like, I was just like, like I could feel it. It was like those cartoons where like the hearts. That's how I was.
Nick, I'm going to say this in the politest way possible.
He's not living past 50.
He loves me.
Do you know that whenever you
Sleep.
take a medication, that they are assuming all of the percentages on an average U.S. person?
Oh, he's saying you're small.
Wow, I work out.
Okay.
Beep,
It was very late.
Nailed it.
beep, beep.
Anyways.
Doors that way.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
I weigh 50 pounds more than you.
Well, the average person, they figure is like 170 pounds or something like that, don't they?
Is it really? I think it's got to be heavier than that now.
Well, I thought that's what
Yeah,
they
the
figure
world's
whenever
fat.
they're doing their percentages. It's like 150 or 180 for men.
That's why I always have
So
a
you're
knife
60
on me and
pounds
I cut it in half.
under what they consider average. So whenever they're doing that daily percentage thing, you need to be like,
You know, I never thought of it that way, but that does make sense, though.
your
I'm not even trying to be funny. He's
your
right.
daily percentage of fat. Look at that. What's the percentage of fat per serving? Oh God, I can't read. Asking him to look at a graph.
25%.
This is like trying to interpret Latin.
7 grams. Oh yeah, 20,
percentage.
25.
25. But there's also 9. 25 plus 9. 34.
I don't.
34%? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if it is 34% and you are 2/3 of the size of an average adult, then you are actually, that's 45% of your daily fat intake.
Yeah. He's not, I mean,
I have to eat these by July.
it's funny, but he's not.
Nick's response to that, I have to eat these by July.
We're going to go bad in July.
They are not going to go bad in July.
It says that.
Yeah.
Cool, but they're not, Nick. Look at them.
You got to get him done before July.
Yeah. We'll get them done this week.
Nick's going to drive back out here.
What's the code? Never mind, I broke in.
Takes one of those windows
Yeah.
out of the garage door. Nick, the door was unlocked. The window's not locked.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's get back to what we actually... Real or ridiculous here.
All right. Not Nick's random.
Not Nick was supposed to be a girl.
It was. It's a fact.
I was supposed to be Jessica.
Dude. Oh, were
I
you
was-
supposed to be a girl?
No, I
Then we
was
could-
supposed to be a boy, and I was a boy. I am a boy.
No, wait, no. That was my brother's. No, I don't remember. I think my brother was supposed to be. I don't remember. I can't
Oh,
remember.
they just like came up with both before they knew.
No, I think my brother was supposed to be a girl.
Josh was supposed to be
I
bald.
feel like they don't get that wrong as much as they used to. I feel like they don't get that wrong as much as they used to.
Yeah, I mean, technology just came a long way.
Yeah.
It just shows you how much I was packing back then.
I can just imagine as a parent nowadays, if I like got everything ready for one and then had the other, I would be kind of pissed. Mm-hmm. Like,
It's when you offer a trade.
no. Shay, would you have been upset if you would have shown up and that would have happened to you?
We didn't.
You didn't find
Yeah,
out?
remember they didn't find out.
No, the first one I found out. My wife did not find out.
Okay. So in
And-
that scenario, if they told you what it was and then you got there and it was different, would you have been upset?
No,
Oh, it's not mine.
I just would have been upset because I would have like prepared and like probably painted a room or done something.
well, we didn't do that because she didn't want to know, so we didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
anything. We had all neutral things, so it was fine. It'd been fine,
I would be
Beige
upset.
kid.
essentially.
I'd be upset.
They had that in what was the TV show with Charlie Sheen? 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
They had that. Jake was going to middle school, and they were like, "There's gangs there. Wear nothing with color." And he's wearing like beige shirt, beige pants, beige socks, beige shoes, like orthopedic shoes. So he'd go there. He's like, "I just don't want to get beat up."
All right, we'll get finally into our real ridiculous. Alligators yawn when they're happy.
I'm gonna say real.
Real.
Ridiculous. No, that's false.
I like to believe in a world where that happens.
You go for it.
I yawn when I'm happy.
They do yawn. They just yawn to eat you. That's why they're happy.
Bananas grow on trees.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
What?
Then why is there a banana tree?
They grow on herbs? You can look it up.
They grow on herbs or they are an herb?
They're an herb.
Okay, so they're not a fruit?
Dang that! I don't eat fruits.
Do bananas grow on trees?
Herbaceous plants, often mistakenly called banana trees. Oh, they're part of the ginger family.
Like red?
Never mind. No. You're done. You're done.
You're done.
Octopuses have 3 hearts.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
It is true. Wombat poop is cube-shaped.
That's ridiculous.
That's true.
It is true.
That's got to hurt coming out.
Right?
It's the corners! The corners!
The Leaning Tower of Pisa was originally designed to lean.
No.
True.
It's false.
Dang it.
The Eiffel Tower grows more than 6 inches in the summer heat.
Oh, that's true.
True.
It is true.
Nick goes 6 inches. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's so much growth.
There's a species of jellyfish that is biologically immortal.
False. It's ridiculous.
True.
It's true. Cows moo with regional accents.
I'll let the cow man over there speak.
Sure, to an extent, it's different. It's even different within breeds, so I assume it'd be different regionally.
What he said.
What do you say?
That yes, it's true
The details.
that they moo in different regions. He spoke so fast.
He literally just said they moo differently because of different breeds. So yes, he was thinking regionally they also moo differently.
How am I supposed to remember that?
I just did. I literally just said what he just said, word for word almost. Did I not?
Literally just, yeah.
Okay, it's hard.
Yes, it's true. They do.
I'm a special kind over here.
Yes, you are. You're doing a great job, buddy. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins.
A what?
Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins.
Yes, because they're
Yes.
lazy.
No,
Sloths are
I would
lazy.
I would just say yes. Because
On that
they're-
logic, I just don't.
Yes.
They don't exhort enough like
Exert.
yeah, what I say. Dessert.
Exhort.
Yes, it's true.
See?
They don't exhort.
The average person walks the equivalent of 5 times around the earth in their lifetime.
I'm gonna say true. Not probably now because work from
Not
home.
the average American.
Yeah.
No.
It's false.
Dang it. What about the average Mexican?
It's time spent running from Border Patrol.
Wow.
What? Does that
Probably,
count?
that's probably fair.
Does that count? Because he just said walking.
Technical term is Hispanic. I got in trouble for saying that.
HR violation?
I got in trouble.
You can hear bats scream if you hum at the right.
Wait. Hold on. In what context did you say this?
Fair.
Over 911 radio.
You said what?
What did you say?
It's back when I was copping. I was looking for a Mexican. And I said, I was describing the suspect. And I said Mexican. And I got yelled at because I was supposed to say Hispanic.
Looking for a Mexican.
I can't find no Mexican here.
Imagine like the Wild West. He just walks into the saloon. I need to find me a Mexican.
I think Nick would thrive in the Wild West.
Either that or be dead in 3 seconds.
Yeah, no in between.
No, yeah, he's either got a long life or he's gonna get a bullet like 3 seconds into town.
I always tell people I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
His plus side, he'd be a small target.
He would be mean on like a duel. Small target. That's
Little
what.
target, yeah.
You can hear bats scream if you hum at the right frequency.
That's true.
False.
False. There you go.
Came in with such confidence on that.
He did. All right. My last discussion question we'll have for you is what's the
Bring it up for Nick to read it?
I was trying to figure out what was. I couldn't even see that.
what's the largest animal you think you could take in a fight with your bare hands?
So no weapons.
No weapons. You're in the arena. What's the biggest animal you could take?
Wait, can you use like? Is it just your hands you can fight with, or can you use like knees, elbows? No, I'm serious. Like, is it your whole body?
Yes, Nick.
When I say
Yes.
bare hands, I just
UFC
mean
fight.
you don't have weapons.
Okay.
Nick is like bare knuckle boxing. It's like
Speaking of that,
I could take a huge dolphin in bare knuckle boxing.
Dude, bare
of
knuckle
that-
boxing's crazy.
dude, we have to get him signed up for a UFC fight.
His goal is to
have
make it
to.
through this year not getting injured. January 2nd of next year, we sign him up for a UFC fight.
January 1st, 7 in the morning.
He just gets the shit.
Who's fighting in 7 in the morning?
I'm telling you,
Tweakers. You're the only person
dude,
there
I
not
could-
on meth.
Dude, I could take some tweakers.
the next time we have fight night, can we spend time trying to find ones that we can
I
sign
don't know
him
when
up
we're
for?
gonna have a fight night again.
That's true.
They haven't been any good ones. John Jones I'm trying to get him to fight.
You're trying to get him to fight.
He keeps messaging him
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Same way he's getting, same way he's trying to get us spam
Beep beep.
fight.
3 in the morning in the sauna. Will you answer me? I know you're doing crack. All right. Man, what animals?
Kangaroo, I think I could take.
I don't know.
I think I
Dude.
could.
Have you seen a kangaroo?
Yeah. That's the biggest.
Wait, what kind of how fed are these animals?
They are knocking on heaven's door, Nick, have not eaten in weeks. What do you think?
I mean, like,
They're
are they
healthy.
fed what? Okay,
They're healthy.
thank you.
I'd be more afraid of the starved range animals. The ones that don't eat meat might be like, I'm dying here.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a tough one.
I think kangaroo.
Kangaroo. I mean,
I'm scrappy, so I'm
All I gotta do is get the kangaroo down. They got smaller arms, and I'm going for the chokehold.
yeah.
You gotta de-weaponize
The
their feet.
only thing is they do have the distance though.
Yeah.
You gotta get in close.
and their legs are strong.
Oh yeah. You gotta de-weaponize the feet is what we gotta do. But I mean, I think
If you can get away,
Give it a Charlie horse.
get if you can close in the gap, you got it.
see, I think that's where it's enough of a discussion that I feel comfortable saying that's the top end for me.
That's fair. Okay.
I would like to fight a bear, but I don't know how that would go.
What kind of are you talking like a koala bear?
I want like
You're not talking a black bear, are you?
to fight a bear? Kill me, please.
I think I could.
What if
I,
his
I could
UFC
definitely-
fight-
I think I could definitely fight a cub.
I can fight a baby.
Think I could take it.
Yeah. It's like asking a chimp,
I don't
what's
think
the
it's-
largest human you could fight? Baby.
I don't know. Part of me thinks I could take a bear.
I would love to explore what part of you that thinks that is.
What kind of bear?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
beats-
but here's the thing: are we talking polar bear or are we talking black bear? Because those are two big differences.
Not whenever it comes to massacring Nick.
Yeah, but there's still a huge
They're both
difference.
going to make his insides his outsides and call it a day.
A black bear is about 5 or 6 foot tall standing. A polar
That's
bear's
huge.
9 feet tall.
They're both huge.
No, I don't want a polar bear. Then I think a black bear.
You definitely could not take a polar bear, Nick. There is
Polar
not,
bears hunt people.
there is not
Literally.
a chance in this world.
All right, what's another animal?
There's a decent chance that if we put you in a cage and you had a gun, you couldn't kill a polar bear
Yeah,
before it killed you.
I could kill
polar bears
myself.
hunt people.
Nick,
I'd go Uno reverse.
Shay sitting in the back with his betting line. God damn it, Nick!
I didn't have that.
I had over 27 seconds.
You took 2.
You took 2 and you killed yourself.
Parlayed it.
Parlayed with killed himself.
Gosh dang it. He should have lasted longer.
I'm Googling what animals I could fight.
Oh my gosh. He goes, what other animals are there besides a bear? He got locked up at bear. He didn't know.
I think coyote I could take.
I was thinking coyote.
Oh, dude, I could take a white-tailed deer.
No.
Really?
No.
Why do you say that?
I have told you this story.
I would just love. Can we, instead of getting him in a cage match, can we actually just have him fight animals?
I think I could take a white-tailed deer. Why don't you think I could take a deer?
I have told you this story.
I won.
Yeah, his nickname was
Oh,
Hillbilly.
oh,
He even
yeah.
had the jump on it.
Yes.
That's fair.
Did you guys see that?
What about a
That
bobcat?
Trump,
No.
the Trump administration had proposed a reality TV show about basically involving immigration with illegal immigrants.
That's actually kind of interesting.
This goes
Talk
back
about
to
fighting for your life.
mine for about 8 years ago. I said that we should have American Ninja Warrior,
I'm an idiot.
but if you get through the course, you get U.S. citizenship.
It's true.
Look at my Google search. I meant to type, what animals can I fight? I said, what animals can I find?
That's why you said deer.
He's sitting there and he's like, squirrels. I can take a squirrel.
I was like,
be a
some of these
squirrel.
animals are easy to fight, like a raccoon, like just stomp on it.
I could take a raccoon.
All right, let me correct.
I could take a goose for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that one would be tougher than you think, but
I don't.
think so.
They come at you like they just get big and try to intimidate you. They're not really that good at fighting. Just get them by the neck.
I could fight a possum.
I've already actually.
What about a fox? I think I could fight a fox.
You could take a fox.
Yeah.
Yes. He said a possum. You're just going to leave that there? A possum?
That
The
plays
animal whose
dead.
defense mechanism is playing dead?
I can take it.
Right. I could kill a fainting goat. Falls over on his back and just lays there.
I'll fight
Nick
his
runs up,
three-tailed goat that has
taps it out.
I'll fight his three-tailed goat that
I
has
would love to see you fight his donkey.
Yeah, yes.
I would love to.
My donkey would beat your ass.
He would.
And then
No.
you see what he does to
If
you.
it
then
was
you see what he does to you.
no, if it was life up, like if it was my life versus this,
You want to talk about that ain't a red rocket.
he's gonna get my red rocket.
That's a 2x4.
You would get beat so bad by that donkey.
No, dude, I would take that.
Do you know why he has donkeys in his fields?
They
Why?
kill coyotes.
They protect his other animals.
Really?
Yes.
Aren't they slow?
No, they're pretty quick.
I thought donkeys are slow.
The one you saw had a broken leg. Nick,
and asthma.
he did not have asthma. That's just the noise they make.
No, he had asthma.
He was so frightened of a donkey. I don't know if Nick has ever been to a petting zoo.
No,
Nick,
literally.
have you ever been to a petting zoo?
Yeah.
Colorado ranchers add donkeys to their so they can protect them from wolves.
I didn't know that. I could fight a wolf.
Next fight night. Next fight night.
Bring your donkey.
We're getting some black market animals and having Nick fight them.
Just bring your donkey. That'd be funny enough.
Nick and his Nick. We'll
Could
let
not
Nick.
fight a gorilla.
The cage is his backyard.
Yeah, I'm good enough. Your donkey.
Why do you think people had the conversation? Do you think 100 people could beat a gorilla?
I think I could fight an ant and
An
a
ant?
beetle.
An ant?
Yeah. And a beetle.
You probably have. You've won that fight more times than you know.
Fair.
Andrew, no.
How are you alive?
I could take fight night donkey versus Nick, the headliner.
Yeah, you said there hasn't been an interesting one yet.
Dude, I could seriously, I could beat up your donkey.
Let's go.
Can we please?
Let's
I'm
go.
not gonna hurt your donkey now, but if my life was against the line,
He goes, I'm not gonna hurt your donkky. I don't
Well, that
think you have to
donkey
worry
will
about
not
that.
hesitate to take you out. And then take you out.
Do we need to pull up the video of you trying to pet the donkey?
it had asthma and 3 legs.
This.
That's what I'm gonna give it.
You're going to feel it in
I'm
your
gonna give it a
throat.
colonoscopy.
You're going to feel it in your throat. That thing comes to you. Am I wrong?
No.
I'm not trying to sleep with it. I'm trying to kill it.
It's not a full size donkey either, and it still whoop you.
It's a miniature.
It's a whoop you.
He's a miniature human.
Do you okay? All right, roll.
Fair fight.
Roll
Wait,
reverse.
wait.
Do you guys think
Is
you
this-
could fight the
is-
donkey?
No.
Is this
Okay.
I think I could because they're my friends.
Yeah, because you have the insights.
I would go for
Is
its
this,
eyes.
is this a real consideration? Is this like socially unacceptable because they're both miniatures?
No, they have midget wrestling.
Oh, wait.
People don't think that's socially acceptable.
I hope people don't
They
think
still
we're
do
into
it.
bestiality.
What?
Like killing the animals?
That's not bestiality.
Or no, that's not. That's, we're not harm the animals.
Nick, what's bestiality?
Let me Google it.
No.
Yes.
Do you not know what it is?
No, it's sleeping with the animal. I'm not sleeping with the animal. But what do you call it? Animal humanity. Or,
Humane?
yeah, humane.
Animal humanity.
Speaking of that,
Bestiality.
so at the fair they had the dogs and the monkeys riding the dogs.
Oh, yeah, I
at
saw
the fair.
I saw a Snapchat of it.
Don't worry. We had, while I was sitting there last night with my wife, we had some people come in and be like, they don't think that's right that they have that.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Sangamon
there's-
County Fair is supposed to have the same thing, and there's a massive thing online.
Yeah, there was actually, like, Bree did not like it either.
Well, here's the
why?
funny
Because, I don't know.
What, like,
I stopped listening.
people around the world are literally like, these monkeys are spreading disease amongst themselves, and their habitat's being destroyed in other places of the world.
Yeah.
You can't change their habitat being destroyed, so instead they're like, there's some part of them that honestly enjoys it. They're involved in something and doing something. Like, animals
they're
like
part
a
of the,
purpose.
they're
Well-
involved in the community.
it gets better. So the one side they had the dogs and the monkeys, and the other side of the road they had the goats and stuff like that. But it was all for one thing. The people that were complaining, they're like, that we just don't think that's appropriate and everything. They're like, but the goats, they're treating them so good, and they're just
doing
doing
the same thing with the other animals.
And we're like, thank you for that. Like, they're the same people. Like,
And those animals are going to get well fed. They're getting
Oh, yeah.
to be out in front of people. Now, like,
I was upset they didn't have them out in the rain. I wanted to see them, but it was raining.
it's different if they have to like take a stock prod and make them go do it, because that's
Yeah.
what people think. But like, animals honestly enjoy being trained and
Tasks.
doing things.
Yes.
Because like it's the same thing. Is the dog frisbee trick ones? Is that inhumane? No, the dog.
Yeah. Emma loves when I
You
throw a
don't think
frisbee.
like if you're a monkey that in nature rides nothing, and then someone brings you around
I can
and
fight
you
a
get
monkey.
to ride a dog, you think you are like the coolest. You're the hottest beep
I think I can
because
fight
you're riding a
monkey.
dog with a saddle. Am I not right?
Nick's not listening to anything you
No,
have to
no,
say
no, I
because
heard-
Nick's,
I agree.
Nick's saying, I can fight a monkey. I could fight a monkey. I could take a monkey.
Those monkeys, yeah, they were like 13 ounces.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're like this big, buddy.
Yeah,
They're riding a
you
dog.
could literally just
What kind of dog?
take the dog.
I want to put a monkey on
I
Emma.
think a German
You
Shepherd
could.
would kill you.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Emma could
German
easily
Shepherd.
handle a monkey riding her.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
What if I could ride her?
that's a wrap on this episode of It's a Work Thing. If someone's asked you what you're listening to, just smirk and say,
It's a work thing.
Follow us on TikTok or wherever you circle back to avoid real work. We're
It
it's
wasn't part of the line.
_a_work_thing_podcast. Period.
you got a weird coworker story? We want to find us.
Got a weird coworker.
New episodes drop every Thursday. Tap, follow, leave a rating, and forward this to one person on your team who still doesn't know how to share their screen.
Got a lot of those. And remember, if HR asks, I never said that. I do say that.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Unless we finally find out who's best stealing the office forks. I have
Stealing them best.
Just forget it. Cheerio.